have to tell you, I'll tell you a little bit about, I want to thank everyone behind me who have just been so incredibly wonderful to work with during this whole process. You know, I've recruited and mentored a lot of creative talent over the years, and our interview process is nothing like this one, I'll say that. This has been an incredible journey, and I feel like I am home, and I am so glad to be here. I can't even tell you. I began my soul searching about a year ago, and I started to look into some opportunities. After about 20-something years in the publishing and media business, you know, my crowd has been not performing artists, but it's been photographers, designers, art directors, journalists, writers of all kinds, chefs. And so I've always been rooted in the arts, but this takes me closer to my roots. This is aligns with the values that I learned from my parents who, as I mentioned in my remarks in Chapel Hill, my parents lead a small organization called Advocates for Classical Music in Southern California. And they send docents into schools all across San Diego County to help them teach basic music listening skills to students of all ages and demographics. And it's been incredibly rewarding to see the response that they've received from that. Because I think that when we look at an arts education, it's really important. To me, the work that's being done here is really critical because you all are embarking upon a very difficult journey, as you know. I mean, a commitment to a life in the arts is not an easy one, but it's an incredibly fulfilling and rewarding one. And when we think about cultivating and nurturing the deeper and more meaningful forms of expression that all of you are working on, that is why I'm here. I'm here to enable that and to be your ambassador and your advocate for all of the work that you're doing and for all of the disciplines that are represented here at the school. You know, it's funny. I think sometimes people think of the arts as, I've heard people say that the arts can be a soft subject, and I just think that that's just nonsense. I think that the arts, when you think about moving films and epic productions and symphonies that endured for the course of centuries, you have to wonder what universal truths of art and humanity and beauty are embodied in those great works, and all of you are engaged in revealing those universal truths. And to me, there's nothing more motivating than that. And you know, I've received in my old job, which is still my job for the next month or so, I'm really proud of the work we've done. We've received more than 24 first-time industry awards for our brand. I answer to 18 million consumers every month. But it's not those industry accolades that motivates me every day. It's great, but what excites me most is unleashing the talent on the staff and seeing the young people succeed. Seeing somebody who comes into our kitchen, who's just finding their way in the kitchen and defining their style as a chef, or a photographer who is coming into their own as an artist and traveling across the South and producing images and fine art on the side. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to enable the work that all of you are doing. And I'm excited to work with all of you to move the institution forward. We have an ambitious agenda. I can't wait to roll up my sleeves and get going on that. But I think that there's already an extraordinary amount of talent and passion and excitement here, and I'm energized by all of that. And I'm excited to get to work and to work with all of you and to hear from all of you about your priorities and about your vision for the school, because I think it's up to all of us to define the role of a public arts conservatory in the 21st century. And how is technology going to advance the institution and change what we do in meaningful ways? So, that said, I just want to close on saying that I'm absolutely overwhelmed and I'm humbled to be standing at this podium. The more I've learned about the work that you've been doing at the school, the more in awe I am of your talent. And just seeing the performance up there is just very much, you know, it stirs my soul. So thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. And thank you for the nose.
Good afternoon.